Good Shabbos. I hope you and your family are well. A story is told about a man who was all alone in the world. He went to work and he hardly interacted with his workmates. And when he was walking the streets, people never came up to him to ask him for directions. And even at home, he didn't really have much interaction with his family. He was a man in a world full of many people, but he felt very much by himself. One day he was walking past a hat store and he saw that the hats were for sale, and he thought he hadn't bought himself a new hat for a long time, so he treated himself. And so as he took off his old hat, he thought, you know what, I don't need this anymore. And he left it behind in the shop. As he was walking back home, all of a sudden he started to notice people noticing him, and somebody asked him for directions. And there was a little child asked him for help across the road. And when he got back home, his wife asked him, "Oh, hello, nice to see you. How are you doing?" And he was quite surprised. He never really had this reaction before. And he pointed up to his hat. And his wife asked him, "How are you doing?" And again, he pointed up towards his hat. "Is there something the matter?" So he took off his hat and he put it down. He noticed it was the old hat he was wearing. What had happened? It wasn't the hat that has changed, but it was his perception. When he put on the new hat, he realized, or he thought it was a new hat, he had a new perception of himself, and that changed the perception of other people towards him. In this week's Torah portion of Shelach, the message is all about perception. When the spies were going through the land of Israel, they claimed that we were like grasshoppers in the eyes of the Canaanites, and so we were in their eyes. Our perception of ourselves affects how other people see us and how obviously we feel about ourselves. Change our perception, having your helpful thoughts, positive thoughts will change everything. So as we go into the Shabbat, which is a space of having time for positive and helpful thoughts, may we be blessed with a good and helpful outlook in the world about ourselves and other people and the world around us. Wishing you a Shabbat Shalom.